going to start recording. So I'm just going to explain how this lesson is going to work. You're going to do a geographical investigation, and that's kind of like a little bit of field work. You're going to investigate, I want you to investigate how an urban area has changed in your local area. Okay, now if you look on my screen, I've just simply got two maps. One is of Bedford in around 1950, and then one is the current day OS map. And I don't know if you could pick up, there are quite a number of striking differences. I'm going to show you these. Oops, if my screen stays on the same thing. Firstly, the area of Bedford is significantly larger than it was in 1950. If you look, if I was to guesstimate the area now, if you look, 1 grid square is 1 kilometre squared. So we're saying, what am I going for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 45, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, about 30 square kilometres I'm guesstimating Bedford is now. Back in 1950, depends if I include Kempston or not. I suppose I did down here, so I will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, call that one 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 11. So the area of Bedford is 3 times larger than it was back then. The other things that you've got this dual carriageway coming through Bedford, the green one, which you don't have in 1950. However, in 1950 you've got this train line here, which doesn't appear in current day. There are a number of industrial areas in the current place, in the current map. If you look at the road layout, a lot more roundabouts. The CBD has expanded, whereas in 1950 it's all very similar. Now that's a way of investigating how an urban area has changed using Bedford and using the maps. What I want you to do is a little bit more than that. You're going to find a large urban area local to you, so you can decide what it is. I want you to investigate how that urban area has changed and grown over time. You could use old photographs from a Google search. So if I did Bedford, if I type in historic Bedford photos, I will come up with a list of images of how Bedford has changed, and you might then begin to use those, adapt those, bring those into your work. You might want to go to local historical websites. Again, if I typed in historical association or group Bedford, there will be a group. I'll put a link here to one in, this is one in Harpenden. So this is a local history group who look at how Harpenden has changed over time, and you can begin to look at some of the changes there and using that. And they have a picture gallery and various other things. There's even a thing down there for school projects you might want to look at if Harpenden was your choice of location. And then the final area that I want you to use is I want you to use this map, and this is brilliant. Okay, now what happens is this map loads up two different maps of the same place. So here we have Luton. I'm just going to change the map here to something else. I'm going to go to the 1892 map on this side. Can you see that my cursor is at the same point on both sides of the map? So where I hover my cursor on the right hand side, it also does it on the old map on the left hand side. So you can begin to track some of the changes that have happened in the areas using the maps. So here I am zoomed in on Luton railway station. That's what it looks like on the current satellite image, and you could see there was a railway station there in 1892 to 1914. As you zoom out, you can track, but you can see that the area of Luton is significantly larger than it was back in 1892 and 1914. And you can track those changes. Now, you could take screenshots of these and add them into your work. What do you have to do? I want you to present your findings in Google Slides. A good presentation is going to have slides which explain changes in the size of the settlement, slides which explain the changes in the changes to services over time. Oops. Slides which explain the changes in the types of housing you might see, and then slides explaining the changes to the CBD. Now you've got this lesson and Thursday's lesson to do it, and I'd like you to upload. So this fieldwork covers 2 lessons, and upload it to Google Classroom.